friends, coming to you today with a really cute door hanger for spring and summer. And it's also a subscriber request for some kind of bee themed wreath. Well, I decided to make a door hanger and not an actual wreath, bee themed. And with my husband being a beekeeper, I just thought it would be really cute for our door. So here's the supplies you're going to need. You're going to need about a half a piece of a foam board from Dollar Tree, or if you have a piece of cardboard, that will work fine too. I didn't have a full sheet of the foam board, so I just pieced together with some masking tape. It will be fine because I'm going to cover up this board anyway. You're going to need a piece of black fabric or a piece of black felt. Just a little scrap will do. Since my foam board is white, I'm going to need to paint mine beige. If you are using cardboard, you won't have to paint yours at all, because I'm actually going to cover my beehive using jute twine. And I picked up this jute cord at Walmart just because you get more for your money, and it was a thicker kind than the Dollar Tree had. It's just a better buy for $3 or $4. And I got that in the hardware department at Walmart. For my honeybees that I'm going to stick on there, I'll just come to you separately, and I'm making those out of, as you can see, maybe something very unexpected. Now, to make my beehive, I just took a piece of cardboard and just kind of made a simple shape like this, and that's going to be my pattern. And I'm just going to flip this board over, and it's pretty much self-explanatory what I did here. I just took my pattern and went wider at the bottom and got smaller towards the top just to create a beehive shape. And where you see the black lines, that's where I'm going to use my razor knife and cut it out. I prefer the foam board just because it's a whole lot easier to cut out than actual cardboard. So I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to paint my whiteboard beige, and then I'll come back to you and I'll be ready to cover my beehive. Okay, let me show you here. I've got my foam board cut out and I painted it with the beige paint. Like I said before, if you use cardboard, you can just skip this step altogether. But I love the shape of it. This is exactly what I was wanting it to look like. But I'm telling you, the foam board, it just, with a razor knife, it just cuts like butter and so much easier. Let this paint dry, and then I'm going to hot glue my jute twine on there. I'm not going to wrap the whole entire board because that would result in me using double the amount of jute twine. I'm just going to cut strips and just start hot gluing, and then when I get to about the top of the little doorway, I'll use long strips. Let me show you how I'm covering my beehive now. On the sides of the door, I just kind of figured out what my widest point was. I just want to make sure that my string was long enough, and cut about 40 strings. This took me about 5 minutes. I took my scissors and cut up the side like that, but this is just the most economical way to conserve your jute. You still get the same effect. I want to give you a little progress report and show you where I'm at now. I'm about 3/4 of the way done. I got about 20 more strips to go, and it's gluing really quick. If you got all your strips cut, it just goes up. You just put a bead, place the string, put a bead, place a string. It's not really time consuming at all. I got my little door opening cut out nice and even, and then once I get finished, I'll take a pair of sharp scissors and cut my little rounded sides out. But I want to remind you that you need to put a hanger on there, because once you get it covered in jute, it's kind of hard to poke a hole and get your hanger string in there. So I just took a screwdriver and a pair of scissors and poked another piece of jute twine through there, made 2 or 3 knots, and then I'm going to pull it through once I get past the hole. But I'm just going to lay strips kind of around that string, and so the only thing that's going to be showing on the outside of Hive is just that little knot right there. So just wanted to be sure to remind you to put you a hanger string on there before you get it totally covered up. So I'll get back with you when I got it all trimmed up. Okay, I have my hive pretty much finished as far as my basic hive. It's exactly how I wanted it to look. I'll be honest with you, you do need some super sharp pair of scissors if you did it the way I did it. This was just a brand new pair of Dollar Tree. They worked fine because that jute twine would probably ruin a pair of good craft scissors. Now the next thing I do, take my piece of felt and I'm just going to hot glue it underneath just like that. But I am now ready to create my little bees to go on my beehive, and I'm going to use 3 things. You're going to need 4 or 5 little black pipe cleaners. You're going to need some yellow ribbon or some kind of yellow something to create the stripes on your bees. And then here's the unexpected item I said in the beginning, and this is just a pair of the foam cushions that go in a pair of shoes from the Dollar Tree. The underneath side is gray, but if you flip them over, it's just a black foam that you can craft with. And I took the little cardboard that was in the package and just doodled a kind of a basic bee shape, a little oval and a round head. head. And so I'm going to cut that pattern out and just trace it on this black foam, and that's going to be my bee body. I was able to get 2 bees out of 1 cushion, so you've got enough to make 2 more bees. I took a half of a pipe cleaner and just twisted it up, and that's going to be some little antennas. And then I'm going to hot glue 4 or 5 strips of yellow ribbon on the body and just cut off the excess. And then I took a whole piece of pipe cleaner and kind of made it into the shape of a heart, and then I'm going to hot glue those on the bee. When I glued it onto my bee, there was just a glob of hot glue there, so I just took a piece of yellow and kind of covered up that little blob of hot glue. But my bees are ready to be hot glued onto my hive now, and I'm ready to put some finishing touches on my hive. I'm going to put a bow on there for sure. I may put a few flowers. I'm going to go dig around and see what I can come up with, and then I'll hang it up and show you what it looks like. All right, y'all, I had to wait till the next morning so it will see it in the natural light. I'm going to move in a little closer so you can see. The only thing I would have done a little different is where the little indentions are on the beehive. I would have maybe put black yarn or black string, and it would have kind of emphasized the little rows of the beehive. But nonetheless, it's still adorable. Love how the bees turned out. These were just some Dollar Tree daisies. I had those little chipboard letters, but they sell little wooden letters like that at the Dollar Tree, so those are easy to find. This probably has to be in the top 10 of some of the door hangers that I've made over the years. And especially with my husband being a beekeeper, I just love it on our front door. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this inspires you to make something cute for your front door for the spring and summer. Appreciate you watching. Bye-bye.